Hey guys, it's me Meteor, and welcome to another edition of What is Kirby Canon? Today we're talking about Morpho Knight. Our story begins with Galactonite. Boy has he had an interesting 2 years. After Kumazaki gave his whole what if statement, people wonder if any of his battles are even canon to start with. And you know, maybe they're not. At least not in the main storyline. Though, if we look at his splash screen in Star Allies, it calls him a temporal warrior, or rather, a time warrior. This isn't really anything new though, we've seen him ripping space and time in Robobot. This guy has the power to enter any timeline he wants, whenever he wants, so all those battles could still be canon. To him. We even see him coming back unsealed the same way he left in the true arena of Planet Robobot. Unfortunately for Galactonite, this time he ended up in both the wrong place and the wrong time. His visit is cut short when a certain orange butterfly lands on his lance and he mysteriously disappears. He is then replaced with the arrival of Morpho Knight. This is not the first time this orange butterfly has ever made an appearance in a Kirby game. Most notably, we usually see this butterfly resting on Kirby as he wakes up from a very hard battle. Why is any of this relevant? Well, let's take a look at Morpho Knight's description and see why. It's no secret that the English translation isn't exactly the best one, so we'll be taking a look at the Japanese version. If we look at the first part, it says, "From one's extinction comes flying the mysterious paradisiacal butterfly on the day of judgment." If this is to be believed, this isn't just some ordinary orange butterfly, this is the butterfly that decides your fate after you die. It makes perfect sense why it's always seen landing on Kirby when it seems like he's going to. The second part of that description, be it English or Japanese, is a bit more confusing. It says, "It hears the endless years and cries of the White Knight, said to be the strongest in the galaxy, coming forth as a knight from the underworld." From what I can gather from this, it sounds like he gave Galactonite his sentence, but after hearing his constant pleas, raised him up and fused with him to make him an eternal knight from this point forward. And if this butterfly does hold life or death in its wings, well, these attacks make a lot more sense. There's not much more about Morpho Knight we know aside from this, but at least the EX version does give us a little bit more insight. It tells us this butterfly originally comes from another dimension. It also tells us that after amplifying its power each day, it finally made the White Knight's power its own. This confirms that the butterfly absorbed Galactonite's power and wasn't just a knight to begin with. The last line though mentions that it's time for the black paradisiacal butterfly to show its true power. So did it turn black after finalizing its power? Or is there another butterfly from another dimension, but then how would it have gotten Galactonite's power? I really don't know, though I hope Morpho Knight makes another appearance in a Kirby game, that way HAL could possibly add some clarification to this. But as it stands, we talked about everything we needed to about Morpho Knight. See you guys next time.